Hey guys, welcome back. This is going to be part one of the Robotron. We're going to take the monitor out and whatever's in the cabinet out of the cabinet and lay it on its side, put some rubbing alcohol on it, cover it with paper towels and saran wrap, let it sit for a little while and see how, I'm looking at how many lights I have burned out, and see how well it strips and what it looks like underneath. I actually learned this method from, I'm looking at the artwork. Okay, I'm just making sure. I actually learned the isopropyl alcohol from Charlie from Robotron Arcade. And he learned it from somebody else, but I don't know. I was watching one of his videos and he used it, and that was probably a couple years ago. I tried it and it works really, really well. And I've used it several times since. So I went to the dollar store, I bought these. I got the 70% one. I don't think it matters if you get the 92 or the 70. The 92 is like, or 91% is 75 cents a quart more. I bought 6 quarts and I bought another roll of plastic wrap because I wasn't sure how much I had left. And I bought a 2-pack of the nice paper towels. You want to get a nice paper towel. Don't use the real cheap ones, which I don't have any out here right now. The real cheap paper towels, to me, doesn't seem to hold the alcohol in as well as the more expensive, thicker ones. So that's where we're at with that. Went down to the dollar store and bought all this. $3 a bottle nowadays. I remember this shit used to be like $1 a bottle. I don't know. It is what it is. So let's start ripping into this thing and get this thing stripped down so that we can start taking the paint off. At least, I want to just do one side tonight. Tomorrow we'll do the other side. The front we don't have to do. It just needs to be sanded down and repainted black. But once I get the sides stripped down, then we can fix the cabinet. The bottom of the cabinet is pretty screwed up. And we're going to rebuild that, make it look new again. Now, this does not have a power brick in it. I'm going to put an isolation transformer in there for the monitor, but it does not have a power brick as far as I remember. I don't need one other than an isolation transformer for the monitor because we are going to be running the multi-Williams board from Arcade Shop. Somebody had sent a message yesterday or today about it, wondering how I was going to emulate Robotron to play well in the cabinet. Simple. Use a multi-board from Arcade Shop. Plays identical to the original hardware. How do I know that? I have the original hardware. Right now, I have an Arcade Shop multi-Williams board in my Robotron. I don't even have the original boards in there right now. And I can't tell the difference between the two. So, the bottom of this cabinet is actually, the paint's flaking off. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that the paint comes off really easily. That would be really nice if it does. I want to try to preserve the artwork. Now, this is a pretty simple design, so should be pretty easy to tape off and respray it. I want to respray this one. I don't want to brush touch this one because it's simple enough of a design that I think I could tape it off and do a pretty good job spraying it. So let's get into it and get this ripped apart. Also, I made a video earlier. I opened up some packages that came some parts, and I'm gonna be having some arcade shirts available. I have 2 designs right now. A third one's getting made up right now. We have a website you can go to and buy them directly from the website. We also sell other shirts that are not arcade related. If you're interested in anything like that, I will give you the information this weekend. I'll make a separate video for it. Nothing's in the website as far as my stuff yet. So once we get it all going, I'll share that with you in case anybody's interested in buying a shirt. But other than that, I don't think there's... Oh, and I'm going to be doing a pinball pickup video. I did pick up another pinball today. I know, I'm nuts. If you guys are wondering, this guy's buying pinballs right and left. He's not going to do arcade cabinets anymore. No, I'm been doing arcade cabinets for a long time. I've got 30-some cabinets sitting around here that need to be restored. I mean, that's years of work just in itself, on top of restoring some pinball machines. But I actually bought an EM pinball machine. I did not think I wanted an EM, and then the more I thought about it, and I kind of like the simplicity of it. You know, It's a single player wedge head style. I like the artwork on it. I think it's cool. It fits me. So I'll do a video later. I think you guys will like it. But we'll go from there. So let's get this thing stripped down. It's a disaster right now. I mean, it's totally fixable. I don't know yet if I have to completely rebuild the bottom of the cabinet or not yet. I'm not sure. It's sitting at a drastic angle. I think that there's no rear feet on it, and it's probably making it look the way it looks. So it looks worse than it actually is right now. But we'll figure it out once we lay it on its side. We'll take a good look at it. It is what it is. We don't want rotted wood, okay? This is going to a guy who has a really nice house, a nice collection of pinball and arcade games. He's the one that bought the Journey from me. So we got to do a nice job. We got to make sure it's clean. We have no mold, no rotted wood, nothing like that. We're not going to sell somebody a piece of shit. We're going to make it nice, brand new looking. This back door, we're making 2 new back doors. I'm not even going to mess with these doors. They're shot. We're making 2 new back doors. The rest of the cabinet's totally fixable. It'll look brand new once I get done with it. But yeah, when I sell something to somebody, I make sure it's right. I don't want people to be pissed off at me because they didn't get what they expected. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? So you wanna do a nice job for people. These monitors come out from the back. There is no wiring harness in this. Well, there is. Let me take that back. There is some sort of a wiring harness in here. There was a pool game in here at one point. I don't think the PCB is in here, but there is a power supply in here. It's just a switching power supply. Probably doesn't work. I will not be using it. I will be putting a brand new one in from Arcade Shop. Once again, I want everything to be done right. I want everything to work properly. I don't want any breakdowns on the game. And I had a discussion with him about it, and he's totally cool with, why is that on an angle? He's totally cool with the Multi-Williams board from Arcade Shop versus me finding all original boards. I could totally find them all original boards. They're probably going to cost $500 or so. And then also I'm doing that Cinestar for him as well. And if I find original boards, that's another $500. That's $1,000 versus me just buying 2 Multi-William boards, which will be half the price. The reliability will be there. He's not an arcade repair guy, so having original boards for somebody like him, this, in my opinion, is the better route to go. You know, if he wanted to ever sell this as an original Robotron, you can always find the boards. You could put them in here. You know what I mean? It's not a big deal. I am just going to put a JAMA harness in here. I do not have the original wiring harness for either game, so they're both getting JAMA harnesses. But it'll be nice. It'll be a really nice game. Very reliable. Nothing to worry about. If I can get the monitor out of here. Maybe. We'll have to address this because it's a little tight. Jesus. What's going on here? Put the things in there. I've never had one this tight before. Jesus freaking Christ. It's funny because this is plywood. Plywood usually doesn't swell up. No bolting required. On today's video, I spend the night ripping a monitor out of the cabinet. Maybe if I push down on it a little bit. Oh, crap. Dude, this is like ridiculous. That's bad. What it is the blocking is really tight. So the blocking must have swelled up a little bit. Or, yeah, because this is plywood. Probably, honestly, at the way that this monitor looks, I would say the monitor has never been out of here. And to be honest with you, I don't think the monitor's ever been repaired. It still has that white silicone on it. It doesn't even look like the neck board has ever been off of it. Now I'm sweating like a pig already because I'm sick. All right, I already got my ass kicked. Just got that done. Oh, it is a board in here. Fancy. I don't remember when I picked this up if it worked or not. I don't think I tried because it didn't have a power cord. It probably does work. That's how this stupid games are. It's not a JAMA. It's definitely not a JAMA board. Board's pretty clean. Yeah, it's fancy. Let's get this back door off, save all the hardware. We're gonna save the back door for now so that we have measurements to go off of. It's just 1/2 inch. We're gonna use 1/2 inch plywood when we remake them. Save all the hardware because we are going to reuse it. I need a bucket. I got up and I didn't grab a bucket. I'll have to look this game up. Perfect Billiards is what it's called. Looks like it's a joystick game. Ooh, a mouse nest. I like that. Probably Jerry. I'm gonna stick this Phillips bit right in the middle of that carriage bolt. I don't like hitting carriage bolts with a hammer unless I put the nut back on it, because what you end up doing is you end up screwing up that first thread, and it makes it kind of a nightmare to take out then. So if you take like a Phillips bit in the center and hit it, that works pretty good. Williams cabinets, the bolts are usually always 7/16. Actually, hinge is in pretty good shape. That'll be an easy fix. Clean up. We're going to do a real nice job wiring it and everything. These cleats are busted. We're going to replace these cleats with new cleats, both sides. That's from years of people screwing it in, screwing stuff in rather than having a lock on the back. They just put random screws in the back door a million times until they completely split the wood. Could you imagine like this game being from the early 80s? What is it, 82 maybe? 83, 81? I think 82. You imagine how many times this could possibly have been converted? Could this have been converted just to the pool and that was it? Could it have been converted more than that? You know, it makes you wonder, like, some of these games, could some of these games have been converted like 6, 8, 10 times? Who knows? Maybe. It makes you wonder, like, what happened to all the parts? Is that why there's always boards and shit for sale? Because they're just sitting on shelves in warehouses everywhere? Peter Chow. Power supply. Good old Peter. Now, if you have any of these power supplies and they don't work, okay, make sure you take these feet off. These feet will fit on the newer switching power supplies. Those are pretty nice to have. Come on. I'm glad that this one's pretty rough the way it is, because it's going to be pretty rewarding to see the difference of it when it's done, the before and after. If anybody's new to the channel and wants to know how can I just throw all these bolts in a pile, I've done a lot of them. And once you've done so many of them, you kind of just know where stuff goes and what goes where. there's some people out there that are not familiar with Williams games. This is used as a mirror, okay? So when you slide the monitor, you can actually slide the monitor back, okay? And when you slide the monitor back on that piece of wood, you can drop your bolt that you took out of here into one of these two holes. And that holds the monitor back. And then you can look up in the cabinet at this, and you can see the front of the monitor, and you can adjust your monitor way easier than you could using a mirror attached to the side of the cabinet. It was a really good idea that they thought of. Flathead. A lot of these screws we're going to have to replace, which I like to use the original ones when at all possible. But when you have a bunch of mismatched stuff, can't have that. They got to all match. All right, we have the rear handle to take off and the plate for the marquee. The plate for the marquee light. You spiders, man, you better go find somewhere else to live. You're gonna get evicted. The eviction notice is in the mail, guys. All right. I think everything else, for the most part, we can get from the front. Maybe I'll grab those last two screws from the back here. Oh, you know what? Coin door we'll have to do from the back side. If you're wondering what's going on with the Impala over there, it is completely soaked in, the bare metal is completely soaked in rust cutter, okay? So the whole car is literally drenched right now in rust cutter for the next 24 hours, and then it'll get cleaned off. And at that point, it'll be ready for epoxy primer. Huh. Well, the good thing is they use Bondo to fill the holes in for the buttons, which means that it'll be easier for me to open them back up. Just taking off the hinge and the latches. Everything else is going to stay on the control panel for now. The one thing about Williams cabinets, they have so much hardware. It's ridiculous. There's as much bolts on a Williams game as they do in an old car. Hinge is in good shape again. Usually those are pretty rusty. That one's not bad at all. Okay, that's good for now. If anybody has a spider webs all over me. If anybody has a Sinistar joystick or a Arch Rivals joystick and you want to sell it, can you let me know, please? I need one for Sinistar. And either one will work. Worst case scenario, if I get a Arch Rivals one, I'll just paint the joystick, the ball red with automotive paint. I've had pretty damn good luck with automotive paint. It holds up really well. I don't know if I got a spider web stuck to me or a spider running around on my head. One of the two. It's driving me nuts. I gotta find my Phillips bit that I lost. There it is. ground wire. Did I ever open the bottom of that? I don't remember. Ugh. Got a coin box. Put all my bolts in there. Okay, now we gotta take out these couple brackets and this whole lower piece will come off. These are always kind of a pain in the ass to put back on by yourself. You know what? You guys aren't even watching what I'm doing. You can't even really see what I'm doing up there. Yep, I'm an idiot. Forgot to move the camera. This speaker is shot. Come on. It probably still works, but it's got holes in it and a dead bug, and it's all rusty. We're gonna put a new speaker in there. 4-ohm speaker. Okay, leave this together. We'll clean it. It's actually in good shape. I don't think the plastic's cracked anywhere. All right, we just have the lower coin door to take off. And I think we're done. Come on, Chow Wing. What is it? Peter Chow. You're evicted. Ooh, those are tight. Go in from the back. Can't see nothing. Oh man, we got the perfect billiards manual. Is that a mouse? I think it's just dirt. Could be. He could stay in there if it is for now. Got it. Nice shape. Can't even imagine how much tea molding I've thrown away over the years. All right, I'm happy with that for tonight, that part. Sometimes I'll pop these tubes out because this one, the wood could use some work on the top, and it's way easier to make it nice looking with the tubes out of it. And you can just hot glue them back in. But this, actually this wood is pretty, see, it's sort of screwed up, but we'll fix it. I think that's it. This has a plywood front. Now, for some reason, they made cabinets, Williams cabinets. Some of them had a, some of the fronts were MDF and some of them were plywood. Why? I don't know. Funny, I think they did that mainly on Stargate. I think Stargate was one of the prime ones that they, I think Robotron too, to be honest with you. And I don't know what the theory was because the rest of the cabinet was plywood, so it didn't really make much sense to me. Just moving shit around here, guys. Yeah, we might need a new bottom and a couple inches up the sides. That's fine. No big deal. Now, this is the best part. Revealing the original artwork. And the other good part is, after you're done playing in mouse poop, you get to put rubbing alcohol all over everything. And it will kill all the mouse poop germs that you now have on your hands. And my head from rubbing it from the spider that was on there. But that's all right. So these are nice towels. These are like those blue shop towels that they sell. So what we want to do is we want to roll these bad boys out. Okay? You want to cover the whole entire cabinet with them. That's a waste of money. No, it's not. This place is about to smell like a hospital. Okay, now that we have that done, we are going to take some 70% isopropyl alcohol. And once again, I don't think it matters if it's 70% or 91% or I don't really think it matters. It would matter like in a hospital setting probably for sterilization, maybe. So what we want to do is you want to saturate the shit out of this thing. You want to have full wetness. And just look at the bright side. We are killing germs right now, guys. Literally. The spiders are crying right now. They're drunk. Oh, that's powerful smelling. Whew. You go like this with your hands. Nice and clean. God. Just want to drink it. Can't get it open. Two bottles per side is what it usually takes. Now here's where the saran wrap is. Saran wrap's the most important part now because you want to hold that moisture in. You want to hold that alcohol. You leave it wide open like this, it's just gonna evaporate. Ooh, I got a fancy one. It's a fancy plastic thing. Look at this. That's cool. I don't know how to use it, but it's cool. I'd rather have the regular cutter. I didn't realize that had that. Man, my hands are going to be so sterilized after this. I'll be ready for my hand surgery. for my modeling career for my hands. I'm gonna let this set for a good hour. I'm actually gonna go unload that pinball out of my van and get it down into the basement. Not gonna put it together yet. We'll do it on the video. It's a real easy one to put together. What do they call those on those old pinballs? Jonas, is it a Jonas plug or something like that? Is that what they call them? There's only 2 plugs. It's a single player game, which that's another one of the reasons why it attracted me, is being a single player game, EM, you have less score reels to worry about screwing up. You know, you got a lot less parts. And it's kind of cool because it's one of those games where you can walk up to it and play it for 5-10 minutes. It's just a quick game of pinball, you know what I mean? And I did play Hollywood Heat today while I was waiting for my last video to upload. And I scored 1.1 million, which is the best I've done. I'm like 3rd or 4th place on the game now. So I thought that was pretty cool. I'm getting the hang of it. Definitely, I like it. I think it's actually a pretty fun game. That one, like I said, I think that one will be a keeper. I don't see myself getting rid of that one. You know, I'll probably eventually get rid of like Laser Ball. Who knows? I don't know. Or I'll just dig another basement. I don't know. One of the other will happen. And I'll just keep collecting. And then when I die and there's 300 arcade games and pinball games, I guess my son will have to worry about it. All right, so that is it for right now, guys. This has to sit here and marinate. And we'll check back in about an hour. Hopefully, we'll get lucky and it'll peel off. All right, I will see you guys. Well, for you guys, it'll be a second. For me, it's gonna be about an hour. All right, guys, let's check it. It's been less than an hour. I just got done unloading the pinball into the basement. Now, one thing I don't like to do is when I take all this saran wrap off and the paper towels, I put it outside, okay? I don't leave it in the shop overnight. I worry about alcohol, gasoline, lacquer thinner, stuff like that staying inside a building overnight. Reason being is I've been on many a jobs, you know, where people have left cleaning supplies, chemicals and stuff like that out, and buildings have caught on fire from it. So that makes me nervous. So I just get this all balled up and wadded up and I put it outside, believe it or not, in the middle of my gravel driveway. And I just let it sit out there overnight and I worry about it the next day. Just kind of let it, if it's gonna catch on fire in the middle of the gravel driveway. It's not gonna hurt anything. So let's peel this back a little bit and see what we got, see if we have anything happening yet. Okay, we got some blistering going. Not everywhere though. So we do have something going on here. Okay. All right, we got it starting. Not long enough though. So cover it back up, let it sit. Let's check the bottom part because that's kind of where it was peeling to begin with. I bet you that. Excuse me. Yeah. Paint's thicker down here. Yeah, unfortunately, we're not ready yet. Don't rush it. I mean, it might sit out here for 2 hours before it's ready. I don't know. All right, we'll check it again in about another half an hour, maybe even an hour. All right, let's test it now and see. Definitely better. You might have a winner. Probably should put some gloves on so I don't get black paint all over me. It's weird how these Robotron cabinets, they look white when the silver paint that they used gets, I don't know, it's like smoke and stuff from the day, or just maybe the sun kind of turns it white looking. I've noticed that on a few of them. Got some thick gloves here. Look at that, guys. Not really worried about scratching it a little bit because we're going to repaint it. Now, Williams paint is pretty damn durable, but if I left this on overnight, I don't know what could happen. Looks like it didn't activate right here yet. Nope, not all the way. Look at that, guys. This shit's in fucking really nice shape. Need a bag to put this in. Paper plate. Check the other side. Let that sit on there for a couple more minutes. Paint's definitely thicker on the bottom. Well, guess I gotta wait a little longer. The name of the game. Nothing you can do about it. Just gotta let it go. Does help to kind of push it down. Get the air bubbles out as much as you can. All right, well, that's set for a little while longer. All right, put my gloves back on and we'll see what we can get done here. It's after 11. Whatever comes off tonight at this point is probably going to be it. I'll get to bed here soon. If I get my damn gloves put on. All right, hopefully, it's been about another hour, so hopefully this is a little bit better. Fortunately, it looks like I'm gonna have to do another coat tomorrow, which is fine. So I want to do the other side too. So tomorrow we can just recoat this. Paint's really thick on the bottom. I just don't want to leave it on overnight or anything stupid like that. You see here, there's some red in there already, so I don't want to go crazy and start stripping the paint off the cabinet itself. So we'll just get it what we can off of it for now. It's all right. Good thing is basically just from here down, I'll retreat it tomorrow. But it's a freaking pretty cool though. Put this outside real quick. All right, guys, that's gonna be it for tonight. Tomorrow we will get the rest of this stripped down, this side and the other side, and then probably Sunday, we're going to cut the bottom of this cabinet off on both sides, and the front, and the back, and the bottom, and we're going to replace all that wood, biscuit joint it together, and start doing the body work to it. I'm just happy that the artwork's there, and we're totally going to be able to tape that off. And I think I'm going to use Rust-Oleum. No, not Rust-Oleum. Krylon. Can't believe I said Rust-Oleum. Red and blue for these spots, and we'll just lightly dust it. We don't need to go crazy with it. It's actually really nice shape. The wood's not all flaked up and stuff like that. It's going to turn out really nice. But yeah, we'll just do a light Krylon coating over top. We're going to have to sand the whole side down lightly with like some 400 grit or something like that, just to scuff it all up so that the paint sticks to it. We got some, Bondo work to do there and there, but overall we got a dent there. It's not horrible at all. So I would give this from here up 90%. From there down, 5% good. So, all right, guys, so that's going to end part one of the Robotron restoration. And we'll just keep working on it this weekend and see where we get with it. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. If you wouldn't mind hitting the thumbs up, any questions or comments, feel free to ask. Other than that, I'll see you guys tomorrow.